What's going on, Scope fam? It's calsoscoped back with another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Calvin, but I go by calsoscoped. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator based out of Massachusetts. Currently, I work for the Yukon Huskies, so welcome if you're new. But if you're not, you know what to do. Pay the fee of 1 like before we start the video discussion. Alright, I'll give you a couple seconds. Alright, now thank you for paying the fee. Like I said, we're going to hop into a video discussion. For today, I'm going to be talking about collaborating. Is it worth it to collaborate with someone on a project? What collaborating is, if you don't know, is working together with someone to finish a project, finish a piece, whatever the case may be. So you're just both putting in work, or you should be both putting in work on the subject that you're working on. So I have a couple of the downsides and I have a couple of the upsides. So I think I'm going to start on the downsides, and I think that this video will open your eyes and help you decide if you want to move into collaborating with people, or if collaborating is right for you at the current time where you are at in your stage of your art process, your design process, whatever you want to call it, right? Art is art, whatever you want to call it. So for the downsides, we're going to start there just because I feel like the upsides will be a greater way to end the video and just wrap it up all together. So collaborating is tough because it's like you kind of always have to agree on a subject with somebody, and you have to kind of, in a way, know that you both have the skill set to do the project together without one person tugging too much, because you don't want to have a constant push and pull of like, I don't know how to do this, can you like do this, I'll send it back, let me do this, I'll send it back. That's what all the preparation comes down to, and really deciding if the collaboration is right for you or the right fit. And along your journey in collaborating, whenever you start to do it, you're gonna find that there's a lot of things that come up that are just difficult that you have to push through, but eventually you'll kind of just get a groove. Especially when you meet some people, you'll just find a groove, and your styles will just kind of just help each other out and match each other in a really nice way. I have 5 things on my list of downsides or just challenges that you're going to face. Even though I've kind of brushed over them, we're going to go more in depth. The first one is agreeing on a topic. Now, this is very, very important, because without a topic, without a direction, how can you collab? This is the basis of what you're going to collab. So while it may seem redundant or just wild that I would be bringing it up, bizarre, whatever you might say, agreeing on a topic is very important. And what you really want to have to be able to ask yourself is, do I really want to make this topic with this other person? Do I really enjoy what's going on in this collaboration work? Or am I just going to say, oh yeah, let's collab just because I want to collab with someone, whether it be just because you don't want to make them feel bad, or they have clout and you just want to like say yes to doing a project with them. Other things may be like you just want to get more exposure, anything like that, you know. They're all important, and they're all like flags of why you would not want to do these types of things. Because if you're going to collab on a piece, if you're going to do a piece in general, if you're going to make some artwork in general, you want to make sure that you're giving it 110% of your effort, no matter what you're going to make. So don't just say you're going to collab on something with someone and not really give any feedback to what they're referring that you collab on, or any changes like, hey, I don't really think this is the best topic or the best scenario. What if we change this here? What if we change this here? But what if maybe you might even go in a different direction, and they'll respect that at the end of the day. And if they don't respect that you don't want to do the topic at the end of the day, then they weren't the person that you wanted to collab with in the first place, right? So make sure your opinions are heard, and make sure that you really do the topic that you want to see done with the other person, instead of just saying yes for a various number of reasons. Number 2 is, do your styles match? Now this is actually a very crucial part as well. Like, do your styles match? I guess when you want to say like my style varies and all that stuff, like yes, your style does vary, and it's good to be adapting to other styles, but I don't think that you'd want to just go out on a limb and just kind of in a way, how would I put this? In a way, just do something that's completely out of your style that you've never even tried before just because you're collabing. I don't think that's a good way to go about doing a piece with someone or working on a piece with someone else. I think it's always good to not stick to your guns, but don't try to branch out too far just because you're like, I want to challenge myself. Yes, it is good, but try not to go too far out of your styles. And if your styles match, like, and you do the same type of stuff, a lot of time. Like, it's just going to create something very beautiful. Now, the same can be said on the other side of the spectrum, and you can collaborate with someone and it can just, the difference of styles can match and just bring out everything that's just beautiful. Like, say if someone does player treatment like you see in this video, I'm collabing with Narrow Designs. I'm going to link all his stuff down below. Great artist, great designer on the come up. He's been just grinding and, you know, learning a lot, just doing his thing. But yeah, like, our styles just kind of match. We both like doing basketball, and he's really good at player treatment, and I do composition. So they are a little bit polar in some senses, but it just comes together to make a great project 99.9% of the time when we collab. So the third thing is, where does the workload draw a line? Yes, where does your workload draw a line? You got to make sure going in that you're not just going to say yes like before, agreeing on a topic, but you need to make sure that you're getting like, you need to be somewhere around the 50-50, unless you're trying to do all the work. But I don't really think that's the beauty of a collab, like doing all the work, then the other person just like adds like some freaking effects on the at the end or something like that. Like, you need to have, like, with a workload balanced, and you need to have just you know, the responsibilities balanced on a collaboration piece, because that's what it's all about. It's not about one person just being better, so they say, oh, since I'm better at designing in general, like, that can happen. But it's not like, oh yeah, so let me just do all the work and not let you shine. And that's another thing that's just beautiful about collaborations is, yeah, like, yes, you could definitely take someone along the way and carry them to the finish line easily, but why not try and help them out and just literally teach them along the way? Because then you're both going to learn. You're going to learn as a teacher the best way to display what you know to someone else, and they're going to learn as a student, taking in information and just consuming it, eating that information up, and it's going to help them in future projects. It's all about growth. It's all about growth and you know, just growth, getting better through every piece that you make, and all those types of things. Like, don't be worried about, oh well, if I collab with this person, then it's not going to get a lot of likes on Instagram. If I collab with this person, like, that's a big thing that I see that kind of deters a lot of collaboration work, and deters like people from even wanting to collab, because they're like, oh well, this one didn't get a lot of likes on Instagram if I collab with them. Like, nah, bro. Like, sometimes you just gotta reach outside of your boundaries. I'm not saying to collab with people that you know you're way better than, but if there's a skill gap and you know it's there, sometimes it's definitely cool to do it, because you can actually end up learning a lot from the people that you're working with. And even you, if you think, oh, my skill level is way better, you can still learn from what they do, because everybody has, at the end of the day, a different design techniques and all those types of things. Now, 4 is a quick one. It's just done on time. Will it be done on time? And that's just, yes, will it be done on time? Because we don't have time to be wasting. So will the design be done on time? But yeah, guys. And then 5 would be wanting to make changes and controlling yourself. So when you're designing, you're gonna want to make some changes to the collaboration. Like, you're gonna have the urge, no matter what, from the other person, like, yo, can you change this? Can you change this? Can you change that? Like, sometimes just let them do their part first, and then suggest changes. Don't, like, during the whole collab just annoy them and be like, yo, change this, change that. Like, bruh. Like, that's something I had to learn, like, when I first started. Like, I can't just be like asking people to change stuff like all the time while it's going on. Like, that just messes up people's workflow. So it's something that's really important that you do. And then on the ups, this is just some summary. I think on the downsides, even though the downsides are challenges, there were a lot of upsides that we glossed over. But one thing that I think is really good, like I mentioned before, is you're gonna build stronger relationships through collab work. You're gonna build your community up, whatever that may be to you. The people that you work with, or the people that they see their work, then they're gonna be like, oh, you collab with this person, who's this? Let me go check them out. This is gonna build stronger relationships. It's gonna build people that are actually truly interested in your work, not just like Instagram followers or anything like that, that don't really care for your work, that are just like, oh well, that's pretty cool, I guess, but yeah, let me just like this and then never tune back in with them. If you're collabing with people that really like your work, you're gonna be able to see what they truly think of you, and they're gonna start to be more in tune with your work and come back and start to build your community up and build strong relationships through that. And you're going to have more collabs going forward just from that. Now, another thing is you have to learn to not control everything. Like I said, you can't control every aspect of the collaboration. So you're just gonna need to let things flow. And I think that's very important, to just let things flow. You're not gonna be able to control everything. So somewhat you're just gonna have to chill, and just let things flow. And during these collabs, I definitely encourage you guys to challenge each other to make things better. Don't be too shy on like the changes. Obviously have patience, but when things are starting to look more finished, don't be scared to be like challenging them to say, I think you could do this better, or I think you could make this a little bit better, because that's how it should be in art. Sword sharpens sword. We got to be more tough on each other and just make each other better every day. That's really what it's all about. Sword sharpens sword. So collaborating, I think it's a beautiful thing, guys. I hope that this video definitely stirs you in the right direction. If you are kind of worried about collaborating or like confused about how it goes, I could do a different video on like how the best way is to get collabs with other people. It's pretty much just networking and reaching out. But if you guys want me to do something like that, I'll try to do that. I'm gonna try to bring more discussion topic videos because I feel like that's gonna help you guys out a lot. But hey man, until next time, I thank you guys all for tuning into this video, and make sure you guys stay scoped and check out my guy Nero on Instagram, all that type of stuff. My links are gonna be all linked below. Thank you guys, man. Peace. Stay scoped.